1990. A young lady boarded a train with the goal of locating a permanent residence for her and her boyfriend, but the British bilingual secretary discovered something much greater, a billion-dollar idea. The mind is a powerful tool, and when exposed to extreme boredom, has the ability to craft superior ideas. Rowling sat there with an overactive cerebellum, creating the story of the boy wizard. The author was exhilarated to draft her first outline of the novel. However, she lacked an essential tool: a pen. They say the pen is mightier than the sword, and the writing utensil was absent from Rowling. She was in a predicament. Should she ask a stranger to borrow a pen, or sit there waiting to arrive at her destination to start writing the magical story? Rowling was an introvert and refused to make conversation with a casual stranger. She sat there fidgeting, waiting to board the nomadic locomotive to compose the fantasy novel. Later that evening, Rowling started drafting what would be known as the Philosopher's Stone. Like a determined athlete, Rowling made it her objective to get the fictional mystical story published. After facing rejection time and time again, there was a glimmer of hope when the manuscript of Philosopher's Stone ended up on publisher Barry Cunningham's desk. The inquisitive publisher took the manuscript to his dwelling, where he fell in love with the story of the boy wizard. Cunningham was emotionally moved by the friendship shown between the characters. Later that day, Cunningham phoned up Rowling and offered to purchase the first two books for Bloomsbury Publishing. June 1997, Philosopher's Stone debuted on store shelves, achieving unrivaled success. A year later, Scholastic acquired licensing rights to publish the novel in the United States under the name The Sorcerer's Stone, but that was only the beginning. 6 books followed, releasing from 1997 to 2007. 2001. The legendary words of J.K. Rowling leapt off the papyrus and was reincarnated into a motion picture film. In collaboration with Warner Bros., the introductory film hit $1 billion at the box office, with the overall series grossing $7.74 billion.
It's 8:52 here in New York. I'm Bryant Gumbel. We understand that there has been a plane crash on the southern tip of Manhattan. You're looking at the World Trade Center. We understand that a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center. We don't know anything more than that. We don't know if it was a commercial aircraft. We don't know if it was a private aircraft. We have no idea how many were on board or what the extent of the injuries.
September 2001 might be known as one of the most tragic times in history. 11 days in, the world would become a place full of fear and sadness. But not all happiness was lost. September 1st, joy filled the hearts of young boys and girls as they rushed to their local toy stores to pick up brand new sets based off the upcoming film The Sorcerer's Stone. 11 sets perched on store shelves, ranging from Hagrid's Hut to Hogwarts Castle. January 2002, 3 new sets tied to The Sorcerer's Stone debuted: Flying Lesson, Troll on the Loose, and Gringotts Bank. 7 months later, 8 enchanted sets were uncovered hidden deep inside the Chamber of Secrets. The 2002 film spawned memorable sets Escape from Privet Drive and Chamber of Secrets. April 1st might be known for practical jokes, but what wasn't a joke was the 2 new Harry Potter sets released in 2003 with quality Quidditch supplies and Nocturne Alley. While 2003 was as dry as the Sahara Desert, as there were no films released, 2004 would be equivalent to a dam breaking. 2004 granted us 12 sets based off Prisoner of Azkaban, with unforgettable sets Shrieking Shack, Motorized Hogwarts Express, and Professor Lupin's Classroom. The same year, the Harry Potter design team upgraded the minifigures from yellow to flesh tone for a more accurate depiction. 2005 blessed us with 5 sets based off Goblet of Fire, while 2006 didn't yield sets. 2007 was a forgettable year with 1 set, Hogwarts Castle, derived from the film Order of the Phoenix. After a 3-year hiatus, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, Harry Potter returned with a variation of sets based off films Chamber of Secrets, Half-Blood Prince, and Deathly Hallows Part 1. 2011 followed the same format as 2010, with diverse sets in correlation with Prisoner of Azkaban and Deathly Hallows. And then the line was concluded. But like a raging storm, once it ends, it always returns. August 2018 was the rebirth rebirth of the LEGO Harry Potter theme, with 6 primary sets, 7 promos, and 2 sets based off the upcoming film disaster, Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. June 2019 was one of the hottest Junes ever recorded in 140 years, but what was even hotter was the contemporary 2019 Harry Potter sets, ranging from Hogwarts Clock Tower to the Night Bus. A year later, 9 primary sets, 2 gift purchases were released, with a strong lineup consisting of unforgettable sets, Attack on the Burrow, Astronomy Tower, and Diagon Alley. 2021 introduced a soft reboot for the line, but that might have been LEGO's biggest mistake. The year ushered in new concepts, openable books with a hidden classroom, and modular-esque Hogwarts sections with unattractive sand green roofs. Unfortunately, the year gave us subpar sets, Hogwarts Fluffy Encounter, and Chamber of Secrets. 2022 started off poorly for the supernatural theme, with additional books and ill-favored Hogwarts sections. The second half of the year was a complete 180, with the Ministry of Magic, Shrieking Shack and Whomping Willow, and 12 Grimmauld Place. 2023 paved the way for multiple lower quality remakes of sets Diagon Alley, Weasley Wizard Wheezes, and Hogwarts Express and Hogsmeade Station. The year also attempted to refine the hidden classroom concept by proposing a modern, better idea, but miserably failed. Not all was lost, with Gringotts Wizarding Bank, Hogwarts Castle and Grounds, and Tri-Wizard Tournament, the Black Gate. June 6, 2020, J.K. Rowling retweeted an online article discussing the topic of menstruation. The philanthropist was appalled that the authors refused to use the word women. Rowling tweeted, "People who menstruate? I'm sure there used to be a word for those people. Someone help me out. Woben, wimpand, wumud?" The backlash was instant, but Rowling did not let up and continued on her Twitter escapade. If isn't real, there is no same attraction. If isn't real, the lived reality of women globally is erased. I know and love trans people, but erasing the concept of removes the ability of many to meaningfully discuss their lives. It isn't hate to speak the truth. The idea that women like me, who've been empathetic to trans people for decades, feeling kinship because they're vulnerable in the same way as women to male violence, hate trans people because they think is real and has lived consequences is a nonsense. I respect every trans person's rights to live any way that feels authentic and comfortable to them. I'd march with you if you were being discriminated against on the basis of being trans. At the same time, my life has been shaped by being female. I do not believe it is hateful to say so. Rowling proceeded to share an article from the Velvet Chronicle by the name of Anonymous Letter from a Terrified Lesbian with the tagline, "I've never felt shouted down, ignored, and targeted as a lesbian within our supposed GLBT community as I have over the past couple of years." June 10th, 2020, in response to the extreme backlash, Rowling issued a tweet with the heading "Turf Wars," where she linked a statement sharing her beliefs on the transgender community. February 23rd, 2023, popular blog Tips and Bricks released a statement across their social media platforms that would take the LEGO community by storm. What was the statement? Well, Tips and Bricks announced that they would no longer be reviewing Harry Potter sets. Reviewing is a form of advertising. Due to the comments made by the creator and therefore benefactor of Harry Potter merchandise, J.K. Rowling, Tips and Bricks will no longer review LEGO Harry Potter sets. J.K. Rowling is harming the trans community. We stand with our trans friends and followers, and we cannot in good faith continue to advertise LEGO Harry Potter sets. In short, since June 2020, J.K. Rowling has made comments and supported causes that are harming the trans community. As the second most read living author, she has used her influence to perpetuate stereotypes and misinformation about a community that is highly discriminated against. We will not review Harry Potter LEGO sets. These directly profit J.K. Rowling. We want to stand with our friends and followers and prioritize their livelihoods. We will feature Harry Potter custom builds. We see this as a way for fans to reclaim the world that they love, an opportunity for us to focus on the creativity of the LEGO community. We acknowledge that this can still promote the franchise, so we will include a reminder of our stance whenever we share Harry Potter custom builds. We encourage you not to purchase LEGO Harry Potter sets directly from LEGO. This post has shown how J.K. Rowling is doing active harm to the trans community. Purchasing Harry Potter content funds and strengthens her platform to publicize her views. The statement by Tips and Bricks received very mixed opinions, from outright support to straight trans, which begs the question, is LEGO Harry Potter trans? To fully be able to answer the question, we must decipher the meaning of the word. Webster's dictionary defines as a rational fear of, aversion to, or discrimination against transgender people. Based on that meaning, Lego Harry Potter is not trans. However, that does not mean the author isn't. J.K. Rowling possesses attributes of trans, and it is understandable that some people boycott purchasing Harry Potter sets as they believe it is morally unjust. The predicament is if we overanalyze every company and person behind it, morally we would have to abstain from more than just Lego Harry Potter. What if I told you your iPhone was put together by child labor and parts were manufactured in China? Would you get rid of your iPhone? Enjoying this video while consuming a bowl of balmy Quaker oatmeal with finely sliced bananas? Well, from the mid-1940s to 1950s, Quaker conducted inhumane tests on autistic children by feeding them radioactive oatmeal to research the repercussions. Chiquita, the largest banana producer from 1997 to 2004, paid Colombian almost $2 million to eliminate plantation workers who were protesting low wages and hazardous working conditions. Over 2,000 Colombians lost their life and over 200,000 in 30 years in correlation with the banana industry. Does this information put a bad taste in your mouth? The point I am trying to convey is that from an ethical viewpoint, we decide if we support or snub a company or person based on their actions. To remain forthright, we are obligated to boycott hundreds of companies. The fact is, Warner Bros. And Lego do not support Rowling's beliefs. Warner Bros. Issued a statement saying, "The events of the last several weeks have firmed our resolve as a company to confront difficult societal issues. Warner Bros. Position on inclusiveness is well established, and fostering a diverse and inclusive culture has never been more important to our company and to our audiences around the world. We deeply value the work of our storytellers who give so much of themselves in sharing their creations with us all. We recognize our responsibility to foster empathy and advocate understanding of all communities and all people, particularly those we work with and those we reach through our content." Lego released an assertion: "There is no place for discrimination in our society. Our mission is to inspire the builders of tomorrow. That includes inspiring them to be empathetic, kind, and inclusive, both through our products and our learning through play programs. Our partnership to create Wizarding World sets is with Warner Bros., not J.K. Rowling. Warner Brothers receives the royalty fees from the sales of Lego Harry Potter sets. You will need to contact Warner Brothers directly to ask them how they distribute these funds. Since diversity and inclusion are a focus for us, we also work with non-profit organizations that support LGBTQ+ children. In Connecticut, we have donated to True Colors, a non-profit organization that works with social service agencies, schools, organizations, and within communities to ensure that the needs of and gender youth are recognized and competently met. UK, we are also working with Diversity Role Models, an organization that helps to educate all children about the importance of inclusion and empathy for all. And Albert Kennedy Trust, an organization that provides housing and support for LGBTQ+ youth. Based on both companies' statements, it is clear that Warner Bros. And Lego disagree with the beliefs of Rowling, which begs the question, can you separate the art from the artist? At the end of the day, it should be our goal to show kindness no matter someone's gender or transgender individuals want to be treated equally, not better, equally. We should make it our goal to learn transgender people's pronouns and call them by whatsoever they identify as. I try to live life by this motto: treat others the way you want to be treated.